Okay, so let's go and look at what is being covered here. So I will put the screen bigger. Can you see? Yeah, can you see the big screen? I have to always check because a lot of times students told me that they can't see. Okay, they always see the small one. So now you can see, right? Okay, this is the slideshow version. Now, living things need oxygen, food, and water to survive. Besides this oxygen, food, and water, green plants also need carbon dioxide and the light energy from the sun to carry out photosynthesis. Okay, so this is a process whereby food is made in leaves. Now, you must know what is the necessary condition for plants to be able to make food. In the leaves, there must be this substance there. It helps the leaves look green in color. What do you think this substance is? What do you think this substance is? We studied this under cells. Good, Jerome. Chlorophyll. So in the leaves, right, you have the chlorophyll. You need the chlorophyll around in order for photosynthesis to take place. Now, there's a transport system in the plants, yeah, to actually carry the important materials to the parts of the body. Okay, this one is like for the human beings, okay, where they are needed. It also removes the waste products that the body produces. Now, plants make their own food by this process. They need water and carbon dioxide in the presence of what? Sunlight, okay, to carry out photosynthesis to make food. So if you look at this diagram here, there is the sun giving the sunlight to this particular leaf. Now, they zoom into one portion of the leaf, right? And they see the tiny openings. What are these? These are called stomata. In case you don't know, okay, stomata is also the tiny openings. Where are they found? Any idea? Where are they found? Underside of the leaf. Okay, is it just the underside? Mostly underside. So you can also find them on the top side, the upper side. Yeah, under and under and top. Okay, so top side, underside. So you can talk about this. Now, the top side of the leaves will have lesser stomata. The bottom side or the underside has got a lot more. Is there something that you know about why this is happening? How come every leaves, right? It seems like the top side is always lesser stomata, but the underside has got so much. Why? Anyone has an idea? Okay. No one is answering me. Only Jerome. Jerome says that because the top of the leaf need to get more sunlight, so less holes there. Nope, that's not correct. Okay, mostly on the underside. Okay, so lesser on the upper side. We can also say upper side. Why is that so? Because at the upper side, right? Okay, the upper side is always exposed to what? Exposed to the sunlight, right? Now, the sun can actually be very scorching. Do you understand by this word scorching? Do you understand what I mean when I say it's very scorching? Okay, the sun can be extremely, extremely strong and so hot. What will happen to the leaf if, let's say, the sun is so strong shining on it? Now, this leaf will then have the stomata all opening up, and a lot of water or water vapor will be lost. Therefore, they are found mostly on the underside, lesser on the upper side. Okay, so gaseous exchange, what kind of gaseous exchange takes place? Okay, it takes place in the leaves of the plants. Okay, this gaseous exchange will be oxygen and then carbon dioxide that goes in and out of the leaf of the plant. Now, another one that actually passes through will be water vapor. Water vapor is special. water vapor does not enter the stomata. Water vapor can only leave the leaves via the stomata. Okay, so this will actually come out of the plant through the stomata. So must remember, then where will the water come from in a plant? Yeah, respiration. So the respiration, photosynthesis, all this, right? Yes, Jerome, good. So where do you think the water comes from in the plant? Listed on, you are so interesting. I must correct you, water will not go through or will not go into the stomata, no. This one is a misconception, but I like how imaginative you are. Okay, good. So water vapor comes out of the plant through the stomata. Take note, plants get water from the roots. Okay, so the soil water enters the roots. The roots will then have these water being transported through the water carrying tube to all parts of the plant, upwards, only going upwards. And the water ends up in the leaves, right? And the water is lost through the stomata on the leaves. Okay, so I'm reading some of your comments here and questions. So take note, and you don't have many stomata here, not because of the reason if it rains, the rainwater will block the holes, etc., suffocate the plant. No such thing. Okay, no such thing. So I want you all to be very clear. This will not happen. Water will never enter the stomata. Water only comes out of the stomata in the form of water vapor. Okay, in gaseous state. So, yep, take note, oxygen not just comes out, oxygen can also go in. So I want you all to know this. Are you all copying this down? Please don't, because you can also download this lesson notes. I can send it to you later if you want. Next. Now, so I said before, just now, water is taken in through the roots, right, from the soil and transported to the leaves where food is made. The roots absorb minerals as well. So where will these minerals be found? Inside the soil water. Meaning in the soil there is water, the water dissolves the mineral salts and they enter together into the roots. Okay? Food manufactured by the leaves is transported to other parts of the plant. How is it being transported? Okay, the food is transported to other parts of the plant. Take note, you also have this thing called the food carrying tubes. I have in the diagram some of the names that you will only see in secondary school. Like for example, my Sec 2 students, they just finished learning transport system again. So they learn about the phloem and the xylem. Okay, so they use these terms. For your case, don't use these two in case you mess up or you mix them up. Just stick to the very basic food carrying tubes and water carrying tubes. Okay? All right. Anything I need to clarify for you over here, or we can move on? I'm not going to read word for word because you're receiving this as your revision notes. Okay? Let me go on to the next one then. All right. So water and mineral salts enter a plant through special cells called the root hair cell. Do you still recall how the root hair cell looks like? Yes or no? Yes, So the root hair cells, maybe I try to draw, maybe not so good, Okay, so this is how the root hair cell will look like. Now, tell me, what do you find in a root hair cell? Okay, what do you find in a root hair cell? Tell me the cell parts. Nucleus, good. What else? Yeah, cytoplasm. Okay, cell wall, cell membrane, that's fast. Thank you. What else? Anything else? Do you think there is chloroplast? Any chloroplast? Nah, yeah, very good. So make sure you know this. Okay, so this one is absent. I might as well just erase it. Okay, so you know there is also a large vacuole, right? Good. So in secondary school, you'll also learn about the vacuoles in animal cells and how it differs from those in plant cells. Okay, so usually plant cells, right, they have just one large vacuole, but animal cells has got a lot of tiny, small little ones. Okay, so, but you don't need to know in primary school. Okay, let's see. And this particular part here, all right. How come the plant cell, the cell wall is so thick? Because, the thick walls is, stiffened with this lignin. Okay, but you don't need to know this yet. Next one. Okay, we are talking about the sugars now. Sugars that are formed by the plant during photosynthesis being transported by the phloem, which is the food carrying tube. Food carrying tubes. So you just need to know this, okay? And then it's being carried to all parts of the plants that require the nutrients. Transported to which part of the plants? I think this is important. Now, know that the sugar that is being made by the leaves, right, can be transported upwards or downwards from the leaves. So this food that is being made, the sugar that is being made, it will go into the different parts of the plant. Okay, basically every part of the plant. All right, so it goes to the buds, it goes to the leaves, the roots, storage organs, flowers, and fruits. Okay, now something extra for you to learn. I have seen some school questions asking for the labeling of the food carrying tube and the water carrying tube in the roots. So they didn't even say that it's the roots, So there was this diagram my student showed me. And he asked me, okay, Miss Tay, I don't know how to label which is the food carrying tube and which is the water carrying tubes. And of course, this exam paper came from a very good school. You know that in your syllabus, right? Yeah, water is inside and then the food is outside. Why for? So water carrying tubes usually are the inside ones, right? So you will have this. So these are all the water carrying tubes. So water inside, food outside. Yeah, good. Why for? So food on the outside, yeah. So food carrying tube are those unshaded ones. But if you look at the roots, okay, you see, Jerome, you say water carrying tubes usually shaded, but this one looks like the shaded one is this, This is the shaded one, right? So this shaded one seems to be the food carrying tube. So it's different, isn't it? So don't make the general comment, yeah? Don't say it's usually shaded. Be very careful here. Jerome, are you there? Okay, good. Yeah, so be careful there. So the water carrying tubes are actually here, okay, in a very different arrangement, right? Totally different from what you see inside the stem. Have you all seen the cross section of the root before? Never, right? Have you all seen how the food carrying tube and the water carrying tubes are positioned inside the roots? Yes or no? No, right? Calista always like, don't know, have or not? Don't, not sure, is it? Never seen before, huh? But at least now you know. Okay, this is just for your added knowledge. So whatever mistake come across, right? Other students share with me, I will just share all that I have heard from them with you. So you get more and more of these important points, okay, being downloaded into your brain. Now, is it okay so far? Can I continue? Okay, right? Okay, so this part here, take note. This is the water carrying tube. Food carrying tube seems to be over here. Now, let's go on to the next one. All right, so this is about stomata, mostly found on the underside of the leaves. Okay, so take note, okay, stomata open and close accordingly, right? So when they open, this is where the gaseous exchange can take place. But when the stomatas are actually open, it also means water vapor can be lost. Okay, once it's open, you can't say that, oh, we only take in oxygen, give out carbon dioxide. We don't allow water vapor to go out. Cannot. No such thing. It won't filter out. Yes, please go. So water will just escape, okay, through this opening as well when we want